Hello, my name is Sulaiman Stevens and welcome to June Highlights. This past June has been an exciting month for His Excellency Julius Maada. We commenced June with mercy ships. Following a successful 3-year medical mission in Sierra Leone, the global mercy vessel disengaged from the shores of Sierra Leone, and President Julius Maada was there to say goodbye.
For the past 3 years, Sierra Leone mercy ships have carried a shared responsibility. Together, the responsibility to restore health, strengthen institutions, build human capacity, and bring hope to thousands of our people, some of whom we have already seen. 3 years ago, when the global mercy ship arrived in Freetown Harbour, it came as the largest purpose-built civilian hospital ship in the world. It arrived carrying expertise, compassion, and a vision of service. But more importantly, it arrived carrying a belief that every human life has value and that quality healthcare should never be determined by geography, income, or circumstance. Sierra Leone welcomed that vision with open arms. Today, we bid farewell with profound gratitude to all of you who have made this possible.
As Sierra Leone prepares to host the mid-year ECOWAS summit, President Bio visited Lunge to follow up on the progress of the construction of the ultra-modern Julius Maada Conference Center, which will host heads of states and government this July for the ECOWAS summit. Providing reliable and sustainable energy for all Sierra Leoneans has been a core desire of President Bio. Achieving this, President Bio in June commissioned the 40 megawatt solar plant at Newton and the 10 megawatt solar plant for Lunge.
We are gathered here to commission the Newton and Lunge solar power projects to mark another decisive moment in Sierra Leone's journey towards energy security, economic transformation, and also sustainable development. But today is more than the commissioning of 2 energy projects. It is a statement of national ambition, a declaration that Sierra Leone is investing in its future. Electricity is not a luxury. It is a necessity. It powers opportunities, strengthens livelihoods, drives enterprise, supports innovation, and fuels national development.
Honoring and cherishing our past to tell our own very rich stories has always been a passion for President Bio. To highlight the significance of our past and to promote tourism, he visited Bonds Island, which is integral to our story.
This is my first time here, but it is such a critical history, not only for Sierra Leone, but also for the African continent and the diaspora. I am overwhelmed, bereft of exact words to express how I feel today as I stand here, but I'm happy I did. And this will not be the last time. I will come here to internalize fully, maybe on a private visit, to fully understand how our ancestors dealt with the way they have been treated. We should read our history more, be inspired by the many people who have shown that when we engage our agency, we have a lot of models, role models that we can copy from.
Completing his tour of Bonds Island, President Bio visited the newly constructed viewing point at Leicester Peak and ended his day at Takogama Innovation Center, which is near completion. Traveling to perform Hajj was marked by uncertainty and disappointment for Sierra Leoneans before the Bio administration. President Bio addressed this by putting robust structures in place, and this changed Hajj process, enabling our Muslim brothers and sisters to perform Hajj with dignity and pride. So this June, President Bio observed the Jumat prayers with pilgrims from the Holy Land.
I'm glad for Suna and welcome back Una all on behalf of the people of this country, and we hope say the religious life will get, the spiritual guidance will get from we imam them, we pastor them, and everybody go make it become a better country. The way where the committee where we constitute them and the way they don't respond to a call for me to make hard business simple and less stressful for una. So we business for make sure say nothing not happen to una. Now that make not to forgive everybody or put your hand in a pocket. But we don't make this. Plenty people they no one day shake me hand. But because of what we do organize, we don't benefit from it in future generations.
As we prepare for census this December, Statistics Sierra Leone was with President Bio at the Presidential Lodge, marking the final step for the nationwide cartographic mapping process by mapping the State Lodge.
Now I want to ask you about the household of this lodge. And what's the household? What would mean? Now people them where they all they eat from the same pot, and they recognize one person as the head of that pottery. So that set of people that we refer to as a household. So I want to ask, how many households then they in this lodge?
We get different pot there, but one household did.
One household. Okay, so that are one household. So the number of people that within this household are 7. Okay, sir. So for the mapping, for the household count, 1, population 7.
Strategic infrastructure that enhances economic activities is central to the Bio administration. President Bio has taken a decisive step to upgrade ferry crossing points by constructing modern bridges. This initiative was further exemplified with the commissioning of the Manoa Bridge.
We are going to commission the Manoa Bridge, a modern all-weather crossing that will replace the uncertainty with reliability, isolation with connection, and delay with opportunity. This bridge is a declaration that no Sierra Leonean should be disadvantaged because of where they live. This bridge exists because our government made a deliberate decision to connect communities that had been isolated for far too long and invest in infrastructure that improves the lives of our people.
In June, His Excellency Julius Maada celebrated 2 graduations. Amina Maada, the President's daughter, graduated from primary school, and his wife, the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Fatima Maada, graduated from the prestigious UCLA with a master's degree in Public Health Administration. As the month of June ended, President Julius Maada, the first sitting president to hold a town hall meeting with citizens in Sierra Leone, held one in Makeni to speak with Sierra Leoneans and answer questions on governance.
The breadth of changes when they happen and the rate at which then change they happen is such that you need a governance system with agile and you move with the pace at which then changes they happen. Everybody, starting from the Lone Accord, we end the Civil War, we have the document we draw for take care of all the problems, the way document everything happened to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, the no recommendation. They say we need to change the constitution. That because they realize in as much as the constitution not to be solely responsible for the things that will lead to that war. When are one of the biggest things that will happen in our history and this country, he also played a role. And for that role, the lack of change played for better civil war, we will change them. Pakabastata, you don't finish. We need to talk a review. President Obama also played a part in moving from one state to another through Justice Carroll. So we don't remember this in the Union in 30 years as a people and not one as people that do not know it. 30 years for changing one document. That is history. We not certain as to himself. And in that process, we don't say, I don't time or say, we end understand that.
June was hectic, but July will be remarkable as the chairman of ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, His Excellency Julius Maada, welcomes heads of state and government in Sierra Leone for the ECOWAS Media Summit. So join us next month as we highlight President Julius Maada's activities.